Hey friends, it's Friday. That means it's time for the Friday Weekly Wrap-Up, where we look at the week that was to figure out what kind of week you had, how did it go, what did you do, what did you learn, and how you go forward. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. Thank you so much for being here with us. To start off, I want to thank a few people. Autumn Pond, thank you for being a member and thank you for the generous super chat. Really appreciate that. And Claire Carter, thank you for being a member and thank you for the generous super chat. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, these are all ways you can support this channel and I really appreciate it. Other ways to support are simply by being here, hitting like on this video, and if you're new here, please do subscribe. All right, let's get going. So happy to see so many of you here today. Hope you had a great week. If you happen to be with us on Monday and you remember what your Monday card was, let me know because it's always nice to compare the Monday card with the Friday card. And remember that on Monday, we do a 3-card weekly wrap-up that I never remember, but y'all do. So let's see. First one, I see a few of you are usually really good about coming in and reporting what the cards were. First one I see is Christine Hallowell. Thank you so much. We started on Monday with the Page of Pentacles reversed, Strength reversed, and the Two of Wands. So, it was not shaping up to be the easiest week. Let's see how it turned out for everybody. Here we go. Today, I am predictably going to use my Wiser Tarot because I love it. So, let's do a collective reading first. We started collectively with the Page of Pentacles reversed, Strength reversed, and the Two of Wands. Thank goodness for that Two of Wands. That would have been the saving grace on that one. My goodness. But let's see. Let's see what we have for a single card for the collective to wrap up the week. All righty then. So, how was your week? I guess we'll find out. But collectively, I've been having this feeling, and maybe it's astrological, and maybe it's back to school at a time when the culture wars are really in the schools. Maybe it's fires and floods and hurricanes and storms worldwide. And while I say that, sending a lot of love to the people in Greece today. But I feel like every week it's somewhere, right? And so I think we're all feeling it. And I think we have to be careful about compassion fatigue. I think we have to be careful about, there's this whole catastrophic energy on the planet right now. And I think we have to be careful to address that, but at the same time, try to manage our lives in a way that we are not heavy into that catastrophic thinking, right? So, tough times. Justine says, yeah, it was a tower kind of week for me, for sure. Trey said lots of delays and people fighting over stupid things this week I've noticed, which is typical during Mercury retrograde season. Yeah, absolutely. And there's a bunch of other planets in retrograde right now too. So all of that. And Justine, thank you for your comment on my festive attire. John commented on it too. He was like, oh, that looks good. So thank you. Clearly great minds are thinking alike. All right. So now that we acknowledge that we've just all been through some sort of a tower week, let's get to the individual readings. And we're going to start with Christine Hallowell, who started the week with the page of, no, excuse me. You started the week with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Let's just do a shuffle. Oh my goodness, that was a real Tower week for you, Claire. Found out your sister's husband has only a few weeks to live. I am so sorry. We are sending so much love to you. All right. So, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Audrey, can you just leave the Tower out of the deck today? Oh, even if we did, it would find ways to express itself. All right. So, Christine, you started with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and you end with the Lovers reversed. So to me, those two cards go together to really talk about the theme of what's working, what's not working. You have yourself, I think, been working to be more self-determining in your own life and really figuring out what belongs in your life and what doesn't. And I think you did a lot of that thinking this week. So that's fabulous. Claire C., thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thank you again for the super sticker. You had the Six of Wands reversed on Monday. And then this week found out that your brother-in-law is dealing with a severe health issue. That's a lot. So let's wrap up your week here with the Page of Cups. And I think that this is just a wonderful acknowledgement and reminder, Claire, that whatever life throws at you, whatever life throws at the people that you care about, you will always respond with love. You will always respond with kindness, with compassion. You will always respond in a way that is open-minded and open-hearted. And that's what you're doing in this picture as well. All right. Liz Harrison, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Monday was the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Said it would be a rough week, and wow, was that true? I'm sorry. I don't mind being wrong, y'all, you know? Be okay if I'm wrong. I hit a road bump in my health journey. Oh no. And all of my old inflammation, injuries, and struggles came back. Oh, I am so sorry. That is so hard when that happens. So that's okay. Because, Wheel of Fortune reverse can really talk about all of those things coming back. Exactly. But remember, even with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, Liz, even before I pull your card to end the week, the Wheel of Fortune reversed has a hopeful message for you because the wheel is always turning. So that cycle came back, but it can go away again. And I think you're like blaming yourself and you're angry and you're upset, and that's understandable. But remember, this can all go back. You know, the wheel is always turning. So let's see what card we have for your Friday card. I shuffled. You saw me shuffle, and yet once again, the Lovers reversed. And so this, the thing is, I feel like there's so much frustration, so much anger, so much sadness, and of course, just the fact that you're not feeling well. And so it's hard to muster the strength to kind of do what you have to do to get back at the top of the Wheel of Fortune. And what the Lovers reverse suggests is that, this has been a really hard week. Going forward, be really kind to yourself. You are going to have to change some activities. There may be some things that, maybe some things you ate that you shouldn't have eaten, or some things you didn't do that you should have done, that kind of thing. And without being angry at yourself at all, without making this your fault at all, you do have to very gently incorporate the lifestyle choices that will help you get where you need to go. This is not easy, but you will get there. Seriously. Christine, thanks for your feedback. I've definitely been owing up to things that I will allow in my life and what needs to let go of. My inner strength has helped me this week with the Tower card. Yep. And Jackie, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. The Tower was my week with it bursting on Thursday. The pressure was real. Man, I am so sorry. Hard week for everyone. All right. Up next, Trey Cameron. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. You had the Ace of Pentacles reversed. All right. So here comes your wrap up. You started with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, but then you end with the Devil reversed. Now, interestingly, these are two strong Earth cards reversed. So on one hand, this could just talk about your frustration with the planet. And you may have been frustrated with the planet this week. I know I was. But there is also something here about really figuring out sort of how you're going to be on the planet, how you're going to show up on the planet, and what that's going to look like for you. And I think this week you really thought about like ways that you can and ways that you can't. And I think a lot of this is, Trey, you figuring out how you can possibly live on the planet in a way that makes you happy. And I'm not saying you figured that out this week or you have to figure it out next week, but I think you're starting to figure it out. I do believe this. All right. Nina Time, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for May and a card for you, most certainly. Most certainly. I'm going to start with you, Nina. And to tie up your week, to wrap up your week, I feel like this was a good week for you. You may have had a lot of spiritual support from your ancestors. You may have felt connected with friends or family. You may have done a good job making money. You may have done a good job having to do with your home, having to do with taking care of the people and the place and the situation that makes you happy. So I think this week you did a good job leaning into creating your life and enjoying your life in a positive way. So well done. Now for May, this week, I think you did a good job trying to be in a place of peace. I feel like there are decisions coming up and things you're going to have to try to figure out. But in the meanwhile, I think you are just trying to sit and be right now. And that probably is and has been the right thing for the moment. All right. Audrey M., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Your Monday card was the Six of Cups reversed. And thanks for sharing the collective cards. So Six of Cups reversed is how you started. See, I'm all curious about how that manifested. I shuffled and you also got the Devil reversed. So I would put those two together. Six of Cups reversed, Devil reversed. I feel like you have figured out that some things that a person or people want to hold you accountable for from the past or want to blame you for from the past, that it's really not you, that I think you did a good job just getting rid of a bunch of stuff from the past. It may be stuff you were blaming yourself for. It may be just trauma from the past. But it feels like this has been a week of healing and release, and that is a good thing. All right. Helena, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I am very well. Hope you're well, too. Oh, and you know what? I just jumped over a request for Lisa Byroads from Audrey, and I see Lisa is here now, so that's good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do Helena, and then I'll do Lisa Byroads, and then I'll get back in order. How about that? Okay, so Helena, here's a card to wrap up your week. The Two of Cups. So this week may have been very healing. It may have been very productive. There may have been good things having to do with love, friends, family, people you care about. This is a good card for collaboration and partnership. So however that showed up in your life this week, it's a good thing. Now, Lisa Byroads, how was your week? And Lisa's Monday card was the Two of Cups, which I just pulled for Helena. So that's kind of fun. So Lisa started with the Two of Cups and ends with the Five of Cups. So this week may have contained some disappointments or upsets, but there may also have been this week some space for healing, for contemplation, for looking at things that have been hurtful, and maybe for figuring out how to hold space for hurt and disappointment while also holding space for love and joy and all the good things all at the same time. All right, DH, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Monday was the Queen of Wands reversed. All right, here we go. DH, you started with the Queen of Wands reversed and you end with the Nine of Pentacles. So this feels like a positive motion throughout the week where you really may have sort of found your grounding, found your vitality, found your resources. You may have started out feeling a little depleted, feeling not necessarily up to the tasks. But I think as you end the week, you're ending the week strong, recognizing your ability, recognizing your resources, and recognizing your strength and your security. So well done. Lisa Byroads, it was awful. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Audrey, you made a big decision this week related to the past, and you'll share on Sunday. That is so good. And thank you for bringing up Sunday, because Sunday is our local tarot meetup at Panera in Palm City. So if you are local or quasi-local, come join us, 4 p.m. Sunday. Panera Bread, Palm City, Florida. All right. All right. So let's see. Pip, here we go. Oh, Pip, thank you so much for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Thank you for the amazing session this week. Myself and Pamela took so much from it. Just paid up for StarCon, so see you in January. Yay, yay, yay. And, great time to remind everyone, StarCon tickets are on sale. StarCon is January 19th through 21st with a 365-day Afterglow to follow. You can join us in person or online for the conference. The Afterglow, of course, is online. It's in West Palm Beach if you want to join us in person. You can join us for 1 day, 2 days, or all 3 days. Either way, you'll be part of the Afterglow for all 365 days. Tickets are available. The link to learn about it and get your ticket right on the description. Also on the description is a link to vote for me in the WDA Awards. The World Divination Association Awards are this month. I'm nominated in 2 categories, Best Tarot Reader and Best Divination Teacher. To be fair, I won those categories last year. If I hadn't been nominated, I'd be happy to support someone else and let someone else win this year. But since I'm nominated, now I want to win. So please go vote. All right. And there's also a link to book sessions with me if you'd like to see me in person or online privately. We can do that. I have openings even this weekend. So all those links are there. All right, Pip, here we go. You, Pamela, and Pamela's daughter. Yeah, we can do this. Okay, Pip, for you, the Queen of Pentacles. And I really see this for this week as you grounding into what you want your life to look like. And that's what you've done this week, is grounded into your goals and grounded into your vision for the life you will create for yourself. So well done. Now for Pam. The Hermit reversed. Pam, this has been a week where you realize that you have friends, where you realize that you're not alone in the world, where you realize that you have like-minded individuals that you actually enjoy who actually enjoy you. And I mean, I know you knew that, but it's always good to be reminded. And for Pamela's daughter, the Six of Cups. This may have been a week of reconnecting with old friends, or maybe just remembering who you are, coming to some place of understanding and healing from the past. All right. Mix you here, Michelle. It's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You had the moon reversed on Monday. So interesting. So interesting. Mixuer, you are up next, but I'm just gonna, I just have to get to a couple of feedback here. Liz, I love that you love Pip's card. That's so good. Justine, thank you. Justine, regarding the WDA Awards, I'm sorry, but you deserve to win both of those categories again, no question. Thank you, that's very kind, really appreciate it. And Trey, that was very accurate, weirdly specifically accurate. Thank you. Not that I expected any less from you. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you. All right, make sure. Michelle, here we go. Justice reversed. So there may be something in your life this week that really felt out of balance, that felt unfair, that didn't feel good. I don't know if it's something within you or something outside of you, but I feel like you are seeking balance, whatever that is, if that's financial balance, if that is finding literally the right way, the best way to do something, to make something work, if that is trying to correct some social ill, which, for people like you and me, when we see this card reversed, very often there could be something that speaks to, a larger issue of social justice. So that could be on your mind this week as well. One way or the other, quite frankly, it doesn't feel easy, but perhaps necessary. All right. Melissa, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. You started with the 3 of Pentacles, and so I hope you had a good week. Let's see what we've got. And you end with the Star. Melissa, I don't know if you had like the most awesome week or not. These cards could say that you had the most awesome week. These cards could also say that you're doing really great healing work that is going to take you where you want to go. The magic is there and the magic is real, and it's very present in your cards this week. So, enjoy that. All right, Justine, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Make sure, Michelle, that's an overarching theme in my life for sure. I hear you. All right, Justine, Monday was the King of Wands reversed. It was one of those weeks that felt like it never did quite get going for me. I hear you. I understand. The Hierophant reversed. So we started with the King of Wands reversed. We end with the Hierophant reversed. You may find yourself being very sensitive to the planetary retrogrades, at least this right now, because that could be a part of what all this reversal energy is for you. But it's interesting because the King of Wands and the Hierophant, though they're not elementally similar, they are both cards of leadership, they're both cards of authority, and they're both reversed. And I feel like this is you trying to figure out how you're going to take leadership, how you're going to take authority, and how you really are ready to do that in so many ways, but don't want to trust yourself to do that, or don't know if other people see your readiness, and maybe you don't know if you see your readiness either. So, while things around you didn't feel like they got going, I think a lot's been going on the inside that is probably very necessary. All right. Okay, Melissa, thanks for this feedback. So it was a tough week. So even though we had the Three of Pentacles and the Star, that was not necessarily reflected in your experience. But I am moving things along. Some emotional triggering with work, but on point about the healing work. I feel like things are moving energetically. I swear to goodness, I believe they are. It can be so frustrating when, like, sometimes the cards come up and really validate our experience. And sometimes the cards come up and they're like, well, those cards are really positive and I didn't really feel that way. But I do take it as a sign that that's where the energy's moving, and that's a good thing. All right, Febborn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So you started with the Page of Swords. I love that card for you. On any day of the week, I love that card for you, Febborn. I really do. Let's see what we got. The Three of Wands reversed. So that's a really mixed energy this week. Definitely some up and down, and definitely some real question about kind of what comes next and where you want to put your energy. I feel like you're really thinking about and working on, exactly that question. What to do, where to put your energy. That's what we're looking at here for sure. All right. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for being a moderator. Your Power 911 system is down for several counties in PA from a thunderstorm, and we won't get it back until at least tomorrow evening. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I know, I recognize our species lived for centuries without electricity, but we are not set up for that now, and it's hard, man. I'm sorry. Like, I like to camp, but when I camp, I'm set up for camping. I don't want to camp in my house without electricity. I do not. And so I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. All right. So, Teresa, you started with the Seven of Swords reversed. And now you've got the Three of Swords. Now, some of that could just be, dealing without electricity, especially when you're trying to go to school and all of that. But I wonder if other stuff is coming up for you too. I feel like the entire planet right now is on this weird healing journey, and maybe it is because of all the retrograde planets, where our hurts are really right in front of our face. And that may be something that happened for you. And I think it's really auspicious in the fact that you got Four of Swords reversed and then Three of Swords. Not the greatest place to live for a week, in that place between the Three and Four of Swords, but it is the place where healing occurs. And that seems to be the focus. Martha Vink, it is so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You're up next. I just want to just check out Justine's feedback. Yeah, it's true. I'm kind of coming to terms with the fact that it's time to bend the knee again. I think I'm going to book a reading with you here pretty soon because there's a lot of resistance present. I'm here, happy to work with you. Got openings this weekend whenever you're ready, my friend. Absolutely. All right. Oh, goodness, Teresa, worried about losing time with your schoolwork. Yeah, are you going to school online? I mean, how does that even work when you don't have power? Wow, that's hard. All right, Martha Vink. Here we go. I don't remember Monday's card. It's been one of those weeks. Yeah, say no more. I got it. But then again, I never remember Monday's cards, right? All right, here we go, Martha. Strength. Martha, the thing to remember at the end of the week and at the end of the day and at any time is that your intentions are always about kindness, compassion, gentleness. Your intentions are always about helping others. Your intentions are always about helping people get along better in their lives. That's who you are, and that's what you do, and that's what you did this week, just like you do every week. It's important to remember that. And I know it's your girlfriend's birthday this weekend, so happy birthday to her, and I hope you have a great time celebrating together. Okay. Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Here is a card for the wrap-up. Seven of Pentacles. So I think you worked hard this week. I think you did a good job. I don't know that you really got recognition for it, but you did work hard and you did do a good job and you did get through it. So that's something. And, one thing I know to be true about you, Smile Soul 20, is you are a person who just knows how to show up. You know how to show up. You know how to show up and do what you need to do. And that's what you did. And that's worth something. It really is. Gosh, so Teresa, yeah, so you're going to school online and can't access anything because of the electrical outage. That's really hard. I am so sorry. Febborn, thanks for that feedback. Very good, very good. All right, who's next? Christina R. Oh my goodness, so interested in what's up with you. Thanks for being here. Cards for you and Karen, most certainly, yes. You are quite welcome, Smile Soul 20. Thanks for being here. All right, here we go. So Christina R., starting with you, wrapping up your week. The sun, is it actually working out? Is it? So for those of you who have not been following along, Christina R. is also on an educational journey that has proven to be challenging this semester through no fault of her own. And she has been scrambling to do what needs to be done. This feels really hopeful to me. So I am very much hoping that this week brought you some good news and some relief. I'm really hoping that that's the case. If it didn't, this is still a good card, so I have to think something good's coming down the pike. Have to think. All right. And here we go for Karen. Let's do Karen. Karen. You get the star. I feel like this has been a week of healing. It has been a week of growth. And it has been a week of maybe figuring out a little more clearly how to meet your goals. So well done. All right. And Martha, thank you. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I do strive for all of those good things, but I suspect that once in a while my intentions are not as pure. I think you're hard on yourself. You are human. You're allowed to be human. All right. Michelle F., so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. So weirdly, Michelle F., I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Here we go. There you are. Weirdly, before I hopped on today to do this live, specifically Michelle F., you were in my head. I have no idea why, but I was like, I hope she's here because I think she really needs a card. No idea where that came from. Monday was the star, so hopefully you're having a bang-up week. Let's see what we see here. Two of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, I think you're having a bang-up week, but I think you got banged up during it. I feel like there's been a lot of pull, things you have to do, things you have to take care of, like so much to do and so little with which to do it. Time, money, energy, all the resources seem to be kind of stretched. So a bit of a tough week, but starting with that star card, there really is a sense of healing. There really is a sense of relief. And I think you know that. And I think you're showing up even extra special well because you know that. So you're really giving of your energy. And right now that's appropriate. So it'll take you where you need to go. All right. And Michelle F., thank you so much for being a member. We really appreciate you. Excuse me. Okay. Nalini Kalu, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Cards for you and Brad, of course. Of course. Oh my gosh. Kimmy's Divination Station just became a member. Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm a new member. I love your work. I love your work. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a whole playlist for members only. Check it out. We do a lot of fun things. Thank you. All right. So Nalini, here we are for you. Wrapping up your week, the King of Pentacles. Nalini, you really showed up well this week. I don't know if this is specific to work, money, or life in general, but one way or the other, you showed up and did what you needed to do, and the results will be good. You showed up for yourself in a very good way this week. For Brad, High Priestess reversed. Brad, I feel like you're grappling with a lot of internal struggles. I feel like there have been people in your life who have really tried to make you the bad guy. And there are times where you'll just wear that, like, okay, yeah, I am the bad guy. You're not the bad guy. And so I feel like you're sort of grappling with that, with your own perception of yourself and how you have shown up and how you will show up in situations. So this is a nudge to be kinder to yourself. All right. Barbie Bird, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Oh gosh. So man, Barbie started the week with the 3 of Swords and came back for more. Oh my gosh. How was your week? That's a hard card. Let's see what we got to wrap up the week. The Hierophant reversed. I think that 3 of Swords really talked about necessary healing. And what you're doing this week is sort of throwing off the chains of oppression. No, seriously. It's what it feels like. Whatever it was, whatever you'd been taught, whatever was within you that made you feel like it had to be a certain way, or this is the way it is, or you're not good enough, or whatever that was, I think you're getting those voices out of your head. And so there is some deep healing going on here, and it is nice to see. All right. Up next, Betty Flesher. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is your wrap-up card. The Empress. So, this certainly can speak to nurturance, nurturing yourself, nurturing of others. I don't know if you are still caregiving your mom, but I wonder if that's part of it. I also know you're a pet mom and you've had loss there, so this could speak about some healing in that regard. But I also think that this speaks to your creativity. I think this week you may have had some moments where you saw your creativity, where you saw your spirit, where you saw your connection to spirit, and where it felt good. So it looks like there's some real healing, and that's a wonderful thing. Okay. Kimmy, I absolutely will get to your card. Thank you so much. Coming up in line, here we are. And Michelle, thanks for the feedback. That feels incredibly spot on. It has been a challenging week, but also very healing. Weird to feel challenged and strengthened at the same time, right? And I'm very glad I was here for this today. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Okay, CB Muzz, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Page of Wands, this might have been a fun week for you. I feel like during this week, you may have been creative. You may have learned some new things. You may have used your communication skills in a positive way. and you may have had some fun. So very good. Autumn Pond, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks once again for the super chat. I got the Hermit on Monday, and I've had a satisfying and solitary productive week. Well done. Here is your wrap-up card. Eight of Cups reversed. You know, that makes me think that energy of being solitary and productive, you're not ready to let that go. You're just going to hang on to that energy for a while longer, and that's fine. But there is a warning here, too. There may be a place where you are feeling stubborn, where you need to kind of relax and be a little more flexible. Mediha Ness, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is your Friday card. 5 of Cups reversed. So Ness, I don't know that this was the easiest week, but you've done a good job turning it around and focusing on the positive. And, you know, I am not a fan of toxic positivity, but I do know that sometimes if we orientate ourselves to a positive mindset, positive things happen. And I think that's what you did this week. Lisa McCord, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. So this is fun, everyone. All my tarot people, please listen up to this. Lisa had the Chariot reversed on Monday, and the parking lot is being striped this week, so she had to park far away. That's like this very literal manifestation of that Chariot reverse. That's hilarious. You can't park your car. You get the Chariot reversed for the week ahead, and you can't park your car where you normally would, so you have to walk 1,000,000 miles. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Okay, here we go. Lisa, you started with the Chariot and you ended with Death. So I think that's very interesting that you have 2 major arcana cards this week. And obviously the problem with the parking lot is temporal, and Death sometimes comes up to remind us that certain things are temporal. But this also asks us, like with Chariot and Death together for a week, I'm sort of like, so where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Like the universe is sort of in a very big way asking you to think about what's in your power to do and what do you want to do with it. So it feels empowering. Let's just say that. All right. Kathy, so nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Kathy, you're up next, and thanks for being here, and thanks for being a member. Good Lord, Adrija. Yesterday we got justice in the near future, and my car got towed. Jeez Louise. You know, one of the weird things about tarot is sometimes you can see the cards and like you could look at it and you could say, oh, go check your car. It's going to get towed. Obviously, I didn't interpret it that way, and I'm so sorry. But yes, in retrospect, you know, that's the thing. Tarot in retrospect can be incredibly enlightening. And the comfort I get from that is sort of like, well, if it came up in the cards, there it is, you know, it's just something you had to deal with, and there it is. But I'm still really sorry it happened. Okay, and Lisa, thank you for your feedback. Kathy, thanks for your patience. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is your wrap-up card. 10 of Pentacles. This is a great card, Kathy. Whatever you did this week, you had the support of your ancestors. You may have done some great things having to do with your home. You may have solved some issues having to do with your home. One way or the other, you know, this speaks to well-being, relationships, wealth, all kinds of good stuff. So however that has manifested and is manifesting, it's a good thing. Kimberly, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You started the week with the 10 of Pentacles reversed. And And you end with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, Kimberly. There's a story here. 10 of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed. You're like unwinding your whole freaking life in a way. Really looking at the whole timeline. Everything you wanted that you accomplished, everything that didn't go the way you wanted, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, all of it. And really figuring out the grace and the blessings that have walked with you every day. And the things that you've carried with you that you really don't need to carry anymore. This is big and it's deep. And I know you're there for it. So there you go. Hey, Amy Foreman. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting ready to skip Claire Carter. Amy, you're up next. Claire is who I'm doing right now. Sorry, almost skipped you, Claire. No. Claire. Oh, no, I already did you. That's why I was skipping you, because I already did you. Yes. Okay, good. Excuse all that. I just got confused in myself for a moment. Erase. Let's go back. Amy Foreman, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for you. The Moon. Amy, you're doing it. You know, you are really living the life that you have been working to manifest. And it doesn't always feel exactly like you thought it was going to feel, and it's still scary and mysterious, but just know you're doing it. You're here for it, and you're doing it. Claire, yes, thank you. And Claire, thank you for being a member, and thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate you. S, glad you're here. The next request I see is from Kim Morse. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You had the star on Monday. So Kim, you started with the star and you end with the 5 of Cups reversed. So I'm not thinking you had the easiest week, but I am thinking that you were able to bring healing and hopeful energy to every single situation in your life this week. And that turns things around in a beautiful way. So just recognize you have that power, not just this week, but always. Kimmy, yes, I will absolutely get to you. I do it in the order that I see them. I really appreciate you joining, and thanks for being here. But I will absolutely get you in the order that I see you. Thank you. Ness, I was in an odd mood. I got into the Zorba, the Greek mood, danced. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Lynn Collin, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Monday, you had the reversed 6 of Cups. That's interesting. And today you have the reversed Knight of Swords. Are you familiar with the concept of Cassandra in the Troy stories? Cassandra was the twin of Paris. And because twins were considered evil, she was raised. Oh no, you know what it was? There was a prediction that Cassandra would bring the fall of Troy or something. So she was raised away from Troy. But used the scrying mirror and was able to predict everything that happened, and no one listened to her. So the Cassandra syndrome is where we know what's going to happen. If you do this, this and this and this is going to happen, right? And you have been this person recently where you can see it coming like a freight train. Y'all, if you do it this way, this thing is going to happen, and no one listens, and still no one listens. No one listens. And it's frustrating, but it's not you. You didn't create this. So you have to let go of the frustration. That's the key. Does that make sense? And how many of y'all here today with us have suffered from Cassandra syndrome? I bet most of us. Okay. And it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here's a card to wrap up the week for you. the Page of Swords. This week, I think you did a fabulous job. Learning, growing, speaking the truth, figuring things out. And I think that really moves you forward in a positive way. So that's very good. Jackie, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Your card at the start of the week was the Four of Swords reversed. And I think it probably was that busy. How do we end the week? The Ten of Wands reversed. I think another thing you figured out this week is who's in your corner, who your friends are, who your allies are, and who's going to be there to help you. And that's, who you can go to first for help. And that's important. That's an important thing to know. All right. Marion Newbury, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. You started with the Eight of Cups. And you end with Judgment reversed. You are going through a big process. And this week was part of that process. And it's a process of healing from the past, figuring out what you want your future to be. And you really leaned into that this week. All right, here we go. All right, Maria Baresi, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Cards for you and Anthony. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a member of our community, but you're not a member. But we really appreciate you nonetheless. And King of Pentacles. This week, two things, Maria. First of all, I think you had a lot of spiritual guardianship in your life. Always, but especially this week, and you may have noticed it. You may have had something happen and you're like, oh, did I just get visited? You did. I really believe you did. And I think you did a good job sort of building your stability this week. For Anthony, Eight of Swords reversed, and I feel like you may have solved a problem this week so that you are having less stress and less anxiety, so very well done for you. Okay. Oh, Liz, thank you for your feedback. Needed that optimism. Yep, got it. Okay, Kimmy, you are up next. Kimmy's Divination Station. Everyone welcome our new member. We really appreciate you and we appreciate your patience. Thanks for being here. Here is a card to wrap up your week, Kimmy. The Eight of Cups, reversed. I feel like there's a punch going on here. Number one, you may be looking at what you're going to walk away from and what you're going to lean into. What makes sense right now and what doesn't make sense, and you may be making those decisions. At the very same time, I think you are doing some healing work having to do with things of the past, specifically times when you have felt abandoned. Number three, Kimmy, I feel like you have set some goals for yourself, and you are really hitting those goals with real determination and tenacity. And those are great things. So you keep that determination and tenacity, you will most certainly reach your goals. All right. Thank you. All right. Cassandra, you're up next. For you and Raquel, certainly. All right. All right. Cassandra, wrapping up your week, the Knight of Cups. And so I think you really approached this week in the most loving way that you possibly could, in the most kind and compassionate and determined way that you possibly could. You did a good job. Raquel. Judgment reversed. Raquel, there are some larger things in your life that you've really been working on, trying to puzzle out, trying to figure out, trying to heal. And I think this week you may have gotten a little closer. It's an ongoing process, right? You're not going to get it done in a day or a week or even a month. but I think you got a little further, so that's good. Oh, Kimmy, thank you for the feedback. All right. La Lima Sony, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. You are up next, and thank you for that feedback. Definitely feel a spot for the week. I was able to speak my voice much more openly, as well as a little more emotionally detached man. You know, isn't it ironic in life that the best way for us to communicate our emotions and get the most emotionally satisfying outcome is to be able to communicate in a way that is detached from emotion? It's true, right? When we're really in our feels, we can't communicate appropriately, most of us. So that's you just brought up a really interesting point about the human existence, or the human condition, if you will, our frustrations as humans. And thank you so much for the super sticker. That is very kind. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Lalia Masoni, do you think I'd forgotten about you? I did not. Thank you for your patience. Here's a card for you. Once again, I shuffled, but here you go. You also get the Knight of Cups. I wonder for you this week, if you did some traveling or planned some traveling, there could be something here about visiting someone that you care about or some place that you really love. So that might be something you're working toward. One way or the other, though, this card can be about the pursuit of love in all its forms. So in whatever way you pursued love this week, that is going to serve you going forward. All right. Chris Tulo, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. I got to find you again. There you are. Okay, Chris, good to see you. Here is a card to wrap up your week. The Five of Cups reversed. You know, this speaks to more than the week, but here, you know, there is loss, there is sadness, there is things that have not gone your way, but there is also hope, there is also love, and there is also positivity. So here you are holding space for a lot of big emotions. On one hand, real sorrow, and on the other hand, real joy. And both are real. So use the joy to try to get through the sorrow. What else can you do? Okay. And Adrija, man, see, I'm like feeling personally responsible for your car getting towed. I have to tell you that. Just because, yeah, I really think that Justice card was that. It could be other things too. The cards can mean more than one thing at the same time. But yeah, so sorry. Anyway. Monday was the Seven of Pentacles reversed for you, Adrija. So, Adrija, you started with the Seven of Pentacles reversed and you end with the Page of Wands. I am super proud of you. Look at you. You started out really like, you know, feeling like sad trombone. You know, not great. Not great. But look. Toward the end of the week, here you are, remembering who you are, talking to people, being creative, keeping your sense of humor. And it's not easy. There's still, you know, it's up and down, but you're doing it. You're doing what you need to be doing, so well done. And yeah, that totally makes sense. It is a life skill I am just now learning. I don't think any of us were taught that life skill to, when your heart is full of hard things, to try to speak clearly. I don't think any of us were taught that skill. All right. Okay, so we just did Adrija. Joanne Ellis, you're up next. You had the Ace of Wands reversed. And now you end with the Knight of Cups. This has been a popular card today. So, Joanne, I feel like, yes, improvements are coming and did come. And I think you did a good job creating those improvements by keeping love in your heart, by keeping your goals clear, by not giving into those more destructive feelings and instead leaning into positive feelings. You did well. Yolanda, nice to see you. I saw your car when I took out the garbage, I think. For those of you who don't know, I have my office where I am right now, the Card and Craft Incorporated office, which is the headquarters for moi and StarCon. We don't hold StarCon here, but we hold StarCon business here. It's in the same office complex as where Yolanda works. How cool is that? So, Yolanda, for your week, judgment reversed. So I feel like this week you are now thinking about what comes next. You are looking at your past, figuring out kind of what has brought you to where you are, and now what do you want to do with it? And I think there are ways that when you process it, it feels good. And there are other ways that when you process it, it does not feel good. So you're kind of in that balance of what feels good and what doesn't feel good. And hope to see you Sunday at our tarot meetup. All right, and Jenna, Ace of Swords. I think this week actually turned out better than expected for Jenna. I think Jenna may have had a good conversation, may have done something well academically, may have some friendships developing, so that feels very positive, or even may have figured out something about herself that is good to know. And Mark, Two of Cups reversed. There may have been some miscommunication involving Mark within the household this week. And I think Mark is trying to figure out, how to show up for the people he cares about. And I think he may be a little mystified where all that's concerned. But I think he's trying to figure it out, maybe. Okay, Janine Barnes, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, Joanne, thanks for that feedback. And thank you, Adrija. Janine, Monday was the moon reversed, such an interesting card. And then the Magician. So this is huge. Janine. Very interesting. So you had two major arcana cards, both very, very powerful, and both sort of having to do with the search for truth. This week, you may have figured out some important questions. You may have answered some important questions. You may have figured something out about yourself, about your direction. This is powerful. There are powerful energies at work within you that are moving you forward spiritually and on a more mundane level both. All right. Hey, Wendy, Makeup and Fashion Insomnia. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I appreciate you. Here is a card for you. Here it is again. That Knight of Cups. Man, no one's going to say no to the Knight of Cups, though. Keeps coming up today, so I love that. We need this energy. And for you, Wendy, I think this really speaks to the fact that this week you were able to pursue some things that really matter to you. You were able to do some things, and it may be personal towards your own happiness, towards your own well-being. It may have been professional or creative towards something that you're working on. It may be all of the above, but you are in a space where you are able to pursue things that matter to you, and that matters. That's a good thing. Okay, Joanne Ellis. My higher self always tells me, go to your heart ways to stay grounded. Can my daughter have a wrap-up card, please? I don't remember hers from Monday. That's no problem. Yes, of course. Here's a card for your daughter. Ten of Cups reversed. This may have been a little bit of a tough week for your daughter. There may have been some sadness, some disappointment, some things that she's working through as she tries to figure out sort of what she's doing and what she wants. So she may be a little emotionally tender right now, and bear that in mind. I think it's an important part of her growth, though. I think it's necessary and good. All right. From my perspective, I have answered every question. If I accidentally missed you, it is last call for readings, y'all. If you are here and you have not yet asked for a reading, please do. If I accidentally skipped you, I'm so sorry. Please reiterate. I will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, so plan to join us then. The link will go up tomorrow morning. And you can see the link already up for my special class with Erica Robinson. Erica, by the way, also nominated in the WDA Awards, so perhaps vote for her. We are going to be learning Lenormand together. So very excited for that as well. And again, if you happen to be local, join us for our meetup this Sunday. We'd really love to have you. Oh, Joanne, Ruby was sick on her first day to school. You know, that was like always my big fear when I was going to school when I was little is what happens if you miss the first day of school? You're not going to know anything like that. I think if I had been in the hospital, I would have tried to drag myself out. Like being sick on the first day of school, I think is the worst. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. All right, my friends, I want to thank you all so much. Do check out the links in the description. StarCon, have a reading with me, vote for me in the WDA, please. I'll look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you soon. Be good.